Welcome to Ocean Chicks Films.
Hi guys.
Are we on?
We're live. We're live. Okay, hang on. Where's the little banner that I created?
There you go.
There we go. Okay, let's go through the comments because we're a little bit late. I apologize, guys. How you doing, Berinvonn? I didn't even ask you yet.
I'm doing okay. I actually got the time. I was mistaken on the time.
Oh,
because
were
when you were saying like 8 o'clock, I thought it was like 7 o'clock my time. So I came on like an hour early, and I'm like, I'm here, and there's nobody here, but that's okay. Then I went back and I checked, and it's like, oh, okay, I still got some time because I was actually rushing. We had stuff going on, and
oh, really?
yeah, I was like, oh no, this room was like a mess, and I had to like move stuff into the bathroom. So I got all this like boxes and stuff. I'm still working on Reagan's room.
Yeah.
So and she's happy that I'm working on it. You know, you can see her smiling in the back. She's going, I'm very pleased. Sometimes she says that, sometimes she doesn't.
It's her season, you know. It's her season. Right now. It's the spooky season, so it's her time to shine.
One thing I did notice that is like everybody can see Linda Blair's chest in the shot, but they can't see her face. It's like it got blown out. So hopefully once I get the a little bit.
Are you gonna dress up like her for Halloween?
Huh, I didn't think about that.
You should.
She'll have a beard.
The male version.
She'll have a beard. It'll be like a Reagan drag, I guess.
That would be cool.
Okay, I'm not gonna shave. I'm sorry. Unless I paint it like green and say it's like, yeah, she threw up all over her face.
Gross piece of ball stuck in it.
Yeah, something
my brother had a beard, and he'd always get food stuck, and he'd be like, "I'm saving that for."
Oh yeah, I do it all the time too. Yeah. Yeah.
So Nikki K said, "We're on to a bit too late. I know we were late tonight. We could have done it earlier, actually, but anyways, it is what it is." But you'll catch the replay. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Good.
Sorry we were late. Oh.
Well, don't knock your phone.
Touching stuff. I'm touching stuff.
So if you turn it upside down, are you upside down in the picture?
No, I do a little somersault.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But let's not touch anything.
Right.
In case it
Don't forget to bring your coffee, to the live.
I don't even have one of those. Does it work?
Maybe Karen can tell you where you can get your own Ocean Chicks Film cup, coffee cup.
Funny you're asking. You can grab those at on Teespring.
I'm looking at the screen to see if it comes on.
Yeah, right. That would have been cool. We should have planned that. Damn it.
But yeah, I did say I'd have my coffee.
That's
in
cool.
The Ocean Chick Films coffee cup, because I do enjoy my coffee. Now all you got to do is start selling Ocean Chicks Film coffee, and you'll be set.
Oh, there's an idea. I'll writing that one down.
Oh, and I did want to show off another one, because I said that I would to the person on Etsy. There's a store on Etsy, a Big Bucket of Guts. They have this cup. I thought it was pretty cool. Father Marin's exorcism service, and you got Reagan winking on the cup. So
what's it called? Big Bucket of...
Yeah, you go to Etsy, and I found this on Big Bucket of Guts. And when I got it, I told them that I'd put it on the program.
Yeah.
And then so there we go.
Everybody
Also from Etsy, they've got some really cool stuff on Etsy. I got this screen silk of The Exorcist. I thought it was pretty keen.
Yeah.
Can't really see. Oh, there's Reagan's face on the side. There we go.
Oh.
Now that's from a store. If you go looking for it, you can either type in like, I don't know, Exorcist silk screen t-shirt. They've got them in like small to like 5XL.
Right.
It comes from a store. I think it was called like it almost said November 28th, but it's actually NOV28 STORE. It's all one word.
Okay. That sounds cool. Go check that
out
too.
If anybody is looking for some new merch, Etsy is a good place to look. Obviously, eBay and Amazon. That's where I usually look for stuff.
Yeah.
But
Etsy's
don't forget to get this cup. You got to get this one. I've got a space for it on my shelf. But I figured I'd have my cup of coffee.
Nice.
While we do this review.
You're funny. Hey, Savage Zombie Reviews. I'm going blank. It's too much going on. And JT's here too. Why is everybody here? They must like us, I guess. Hi, you guys. Hey, Anthony. Are you at a... how are you? By the way, I just got my No Holds Barred VHS for my birthday. Awesome.
Oh, wow.
I hope you had a good birthday, too. Rob is here. And Jamie's here. Hey, Jamie. Rob, JT, Dave, everybody. Okay, sorry, guys. I was a little bit slow going on because my laptop's still crapping out and I had to switch over to my phone. Here's Jamie. Is there an Ocean Chicks dartboard? No, but should I do that? Maybe I should. He just wants to throw darts at me. That's all that's about.
No, they got that what is that Duck Hunt game from Nintendo? They got the same thing except somebody homebrewed. It's just Karen peeking out from behind the bushes.
And
so you get to use your old Nintendo gun. Yep.
Echo saying fishing because of my fish. My fish has not been feeling good yesterday, and he was kind of lethargic a little bit. But I think he was kind of stressed out because I changed the bowl. And for some reason, every time I change the water, every time I do that, he's good. And then the next time he's like, what in the hell are you doing? What is this? He doesn't remember. And then he freaks out and stresses himself out.
Huh.
But anyways, you got to do it, or if it's not clean, then they get sick. So, yeah, he's kind of like that. He gets mad. Yeah, he's telling me to stop being mean to the fish. Okay, enough of that nonsense. Stick. Yeah, because he said to me, how is he got bigger? And I said, a little bit, not too much. Oh, so he's not big enough to be a fish stick yet. Echo. Teasing.
I did watch Savage Zombie Reviews video on the trailer, the second trailer.
Yeah, I didn't.
Was it good? Did you watch it?
No.
Oh, I did. And it was a good one. I was hoping he would say a little bit more about what he thought about the review or the trailer. I'm sorry.
A little bit more about it.
Okay, and I know he's on. Yeah. So hopefully he might say something in the chats.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys,
I'm hoping.
We're going to rewatch. I've already watched it, I believe, 53 times so far.
53?
Yeah, because there's so many.
Are you going to actually are you going to show it on the screen?
No.
Or no. Okay. Kind of veered away from that.
The link is in the description. Honestly, if I do that, it'll crash my StreamYard.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, I can't. I'd like to do all that stuff, but I don't want to tempt fate right now. I think
I did mine in the recording side. You know how not in the live, but in the recording side, I did that, and I still haven't gotten called out for it. And I've heard that Universal Pictures is real
bad for that.
Yeah, they call a lot of people on that stuff. They don't like it when they do the copyright strikes real quick.
Trying to really promote it this time, though. We're talking about it in a good way too. So
sure,
they should. We're promoting them. Okay, you guys. In the comment section at the top pinned, I have the link to Universal Studios. Speaking of that, so you guys can all watch the trailer with us right now, and then we can discuss it afterwards because we have lots of stuff that we want to say. And you guys, put your comments, whatever you guys think or feel about it, you drop them in the comment section. So let's see.
I'm just gonna go by memory, and I'll just wait.
You're not gonna watch it again.
No, I haven't gotten it set up on my new desktop.
Okay.
So I can either watch it on my phone, but I've seen it enough times. There's not really anything new put out there except for maybe a couple scenes in the beginning, I think. I'm just going to sit here and drink my Ocean Chick Films coffee.
You're funny. Do I have it?
For some
It's
reason,
more-
my coffee tastes better in this cup.
It's more delicious, isn't it?
Oh, I was going to ask you if I can wash this in my dishwasher.
Does it say on the bottom? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not going to turn it over right now.
Don't do that. You short out your whole.
I'll figure it out. I'll probably
system.
just hand wash it.
It's
because I notice a lot of times, like the images on some of these cups, they'll fade.
It's
so
probably
hand washing. I'd probably recommend hand washing it.
Yeah, I expect that's what it is too. I haven't bought one of the mugs yet. I've got the tumbler.
You don't have your own mug?
Not yet. I'm saving up for it.
Gotcha.
No, I got the tumbler though, and where's my tumbler?
I think I've seen that. Wow,
it's pretty slick.
That is awesome.
Yep. And it's printed all the way around.
Yep.
But I think this is hand wash only though. And it's got like a slide top.
Yep.
And it's a really good leak proof seal.
Nice.
I'm happy with it. I think they're really good actually. Okay, you guys, you ready? I'll do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we will play. How do I do it on here? Hit the button. Oop. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. We're watching inside the house. Ellen Burstyn's come into the one daughter in the room, Catherine. Her jumping on the bed like that looks scary to me. Like rocking on the bed. There's so much packed into this trailer. There's so many little bits. I watched it so many times. I took so many notes.
Here, let me get in here. Oh, here we go. I had my comments turned off so I couldn't read everybody's comment.
Can't see anything.
Here we go. All right.
How's your weather there? Is it hot? It's so hot here.
No, it's raining and it's getting cold. There's snow on the mountains.
Wow. It's coming then. You know what? I went and saw The Nun 2 last night, and I was hoping they would show this trailer, and they didn't. I was really disappointed.
Here, I gotta connect that, but I'll wait a little bit. Oh, you did see Nun 2?
I did, yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a review on it too. I didn't. It was not bad. It's not the best movie I've ever seen in my life, but it was better than the first one.
Yeah, I heard that from a few other people.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I kept wanting to not like it. I was waiting and trying to find a spot where I would not like it, just so I could say, yeah, you're right, it was trash. But I couldn't. It was good. There's so much in this trailer, like so much.
Yeah, maybe too much. Some people are actually saying there's too much in these trailers.
I hope not. Now we got the one girl lives, one girl dies, and all the flashes. And the logo.
Yeah, I was curious about that. What's up with all these flashes at the end? And is there going to be a final trailer?
I hope not. I don't want them to show more. And one thing that happened with The Nun 2, there's one shot in the trailer that was in the movie that was like, like, really? Why'd you guys show that? Like, it took away from that shot without saying anything and spoiling anything. And I was disappointed. So I hope this one didn't do that.
So did we all watch the trailer?
It's over for me now, so I expect it is for everybody else.
Everybody else? Yeah.
You guys watched it? We're good? Okay, first thing I'm going to ask you is...
Me?
Yeah, what was your first... When you freshly watched it the first time, what was your first thoughts?
I was wondering, okay, I think that whole question about is Reagan still alive came up.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. for some reason, it's like, oh wow, does this answer that question? From that video I did like what was it, 6 months ago?
Yep.
I asked that same question because we didn't know if she was going to return in her in the film. But then I started wondering, when Chris McNeil's walking around in this house, it's empty. Is this a dream sequence? I wasn't sure about that, because why would the house be empty and that Catherine be by herself in the house? So I don't know if maybe she encountered the demon in a dream. And then I started wondering, whose voice is that? The when she asks, "Are you looking for Reagan?" Who is that, or who is it supposed to be?
Right.
Anybody got a clue on that one? Who it sounds like? Because I almost thought it was the guy who played in Skarsgård. Was it Stellan Skarsgård?
Skarsgård. Yeah.
Yeah, the one who played Father Merrin in like Dominion and The Beginning. I thought maybe it was him.
Right.
But I think what would have probably tripped me out or freaked me out would have been if they had used like maybe AI to recreate Jack McGowan's voice. The guy who played Burke Dennings.
Yeah.
That would have been freaky. Because
been
honestly, I don't know whose voice that is, and no telling if they're going to use that same voice in the film.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
Because it's like like in the first trailer, we hear the Angela character say God played a trick on you, and then in this trailer it's a different voice. So I guess maybe somebody was complaining about the voices or something.
Maybe.
So who knows who the voices are going to be,
Well,
but I thought it'd be kind of freaky if they had used AI in it to recreate like Jack McGowan's voice, or even Jason Miller's voice.
Right.
Or even Max von Sydow. I don't know. But it would have been, I think the Jack McGowan voice would have been pretty freaky.
Right. Right.
Unless somebody's trying to do an imitation of Jack McGowan. I don't know.
Right.
So to me, it's like, whose voice is that? Also, in some cases, it didn't really move very smoothly. It kind of had a jumpy to it.
Yep.
So it's hard to say what exactly what was in the conversation. If anything was taken out of context to kind of maybe imply that Reagan's dead, or Reagan, when she, I had to think about it, and she was like, when Catherine was saying, "Are you looking for Reagan?" Is that to suggest that she was dead, or maybe Chris doesn't know where she is?
Right. Is she missing? That's what I was thinking. Are they going to replay that kind of play on Exorcist 3, where the priest is found in the mental institution? And I thought, is it something like that? Are they going to recreate that? And then that is where we're going to see Linda Blair, or is she actually gone?
Of all places to end up.
Or I thought
Pet Cemetery. She's buried in the Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
Wrong movie. But it's on the compound where she keeps her dogs. Animal Rescue Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
And the ground is sour. So
you're funny. But I don't know, you're right. They probably did take things out of context and patch them together in a confusing way that doesn't totally make sense for the film. Because when that happened, Chris didn't seem super upset. She seemed more like, what does that mean? Like, why are you saying that? What does that mean? Like, what do you know, kind of thing. Whereas you think she would have had more of a shock or fear or whatever in her face if she was passed away and they were saying that, to me, I got that feeling that she's somehow comatose or something, and like they're playing with her to make her think that maybe they've got her soul or whatever. So I don't know, could be lots of things really, when it finally comes out. So we'll have to see, I guess. But that was interesting for sure. And then I was thinking too, because the book was written, she wrote the book, right? So did she become obsessed with, because you were talking before the last time about, her writing the book kind of thing. And it made me think that if she wrote the book, did she get back into, you felt that she would have just like totally shut off the whole thing and forgot about it, walked away from it and didn't look back. But then I thought, did maybe Reagan's death or something force her to re-explore all of it and write a book about it?
And keep that from happening.
Yeah.
I was wondering that, but I was also wondering if they're kind of using like the Laurie Strode as a template from the first movie.
Okay.
Where she's kind of building up her arsenal and is getting ready for Michael to come back or something like that. He's just waiting for
Yeah.
that day, or is
Right.
living in that paranoia. I didn't really
Right.
watch the Halloween trilogy. There's been enough Halloweens. I think what killed it
I
for me might have
watched.
been Rob Zombies. I
Right.
really didn't need the explanation of what happened, Michael's beginnings and all that stuff.
Right.
So
Yeah, I recently watched Halloween Kills actually again, and just to get a perspective on what sort of a feel we're going to have for this film. Definitely very different from the others. But I get what people are saying because it's got a completely different flavor to it than the other movies do. So this I expect will probably kind of go in that direction. So I think we're going to have a lot of, I mean, I think people need to let go of the fact that it's not going to compare or be anything close to the OG. I mean, Friedkin, it's like, it's not. It was a different time. They made films differently, but
yeah,
it's not,
but I would hope that
you
he
know,
tries at least, and he
or
doesn't take it under himself to say, okay, I'm going to take this a whole different direction. But then in the past interviews, he said that he's trying to work toward being like the original.
genuine to the original. But
Yeah, hopefully we're not going to get another Godzilla 1998 where the
yeah,
creator decided to take it a whole different direction,
yeah, it's something
and make
really
it look like it
bizarre.
came off of Jurassic Park instead of,
Yeah.
being a Godzilla film.
Yeah, the fact that it's 3 movies makes me a bit nervous that it is going to go in a weird place and we're going to go, oh, God. Why did he do that? But I don't know. We don't know. It hasn't happened yet. We haven't seen it yet. So, you know.
Well, hopefully they don't use the Halloween film as some kind of template,
Right.
where like,
Yeah.
okay, this is the new Laurie Strode,
Yeah.
and because of her obsession, she drove Reagan McNeil away. She doesn't know if she's alive or dead.
Yeah.
That could be the case.
Yeah.
Personally, I would think they, David Gordon Green might have followed, and I mentioned this in another video, followed the um Ronald Hunkler or Roland Doe case,
Yeah.
and just kind of followed how the family dealt with it later on after the possession was, the exorcism was done.
Right.
What would happen there. At
Yeah.
least we didn't find out who the person was until he had passed away.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Allegedly who it was, or what I mean.
Yeah.
Um, One thing I do want to bring up is like right after that whole scene with Chris McNeil confronting the Catherine character, we
Yeah.
have the Ann Dow narration where she's like talking about what she thinks evil
Yeah.
is, and that kind of reminded me of the scene from the original film where Marin is answering Karras's question about why this girl, it makes no sense, and then he kind of gives his ideas on why this is happening, and
Right.
so I was kind of comparing it with that.
Yeah. That makes sense. She's the doctor? She the doctor?
She's supposed to be a nurse from what I read. She's like a neighbor and a nurse for Leslie Odom
Okay.
Jr.'s character.
Okay.
So that's pretty much how she plays in. I guess she's supposed to be the medical side of things,
Yeah. But she's got a
but
sort of a
she's also in the church,
religious.
so she's kind of like in between, I
Right.
guess.
Yeah, that's why I was
You
kind of
know.
confused. I was like, who is that
hmm
character? Is she a psychologist? Like, what is she? And she's giving her take on religion or possession, so interesting. Um, yeah, yeah, well, that'll be another thing that will make or break this film too, won't it? We find out.
Well, what's really throwing me is that whoever it is in the background that's saying, what was it? Uh, Whatever was in those woods, they didn't come back,
They
or
brought it
they came
back.
back, brought it back with them.
Yeah.
I'm getting that, and I was like, well, who says that in real life?
Yeah.
Because here
Yeah.
you're I can't help but compare it to the very fabric of the original film. Okay, it was made up like a documentary. It's in a real place.
Right.
You know, when it came to going to Iraq, northern Iraq, he actually went to northern Iraq for the scenes.
Yeah.
this is probably something that's never going to happen again. But fabricating a location to me would probably break the film for me.
Yeah.
In the sense, okay, we're not really following a formula, an existing formula. It's kind of like filming Paranormal Activity in a sequel that's like totally different from what was going on, in the first one, where it's like supposed to be like, on the security cameras and all this. And if you don't film it that way, it doesn't feel like the Paranormal Activity film.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it is to me it is. If you don't try to kind of follow a little bit in that lead, I know you want to do it different, or you're going to do a different take on it, but it doesn't feel like it connects.
Right. Well, you were saying you watched that little interview clip from David Gordon Green.
And it's
I watched
weird.
that too. That was interesting. I wanted to get him. I was like, after that, I watched it. I was like,
I don't know if we're going to be able to get him so soon. Maybe after the fact.
How do I find him? I need him on the show so we can rip his brain apart and figure out what's going on. Can you imagine the two of us? But why did you do that? We like going in places.
I would actually. Let's see. Yeah, I would say that we probably wouldn't be able to get a hold of him until after the film.
I don't know that we'll ever be able to get a hold of him. I think he's on another level.
In the works of the second film.
Yeah. Wow.
Even if we didn't like the first film, act like you do.
Okay,
Otherwise, he's not going to show up.
Can you imagine? Would you come on with me if I got him on?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
You're probably going to have to fix your
my StreamYard. Yeah, absolutely. I'd be like, StreamYard.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I was trying to look something up, but let's see.
Be like, StreamYard, fix it, or I'm suing you. I'm going to go through the chat a little bit, actually, because we've been neglecting everybody. So JT is not, I'm not too excited for Believer, but Burstyn is one of my all-time favorite actresses. So just her being there will be something good for me. Awesome. She looks so good, by the way. Like, for her age now, it's like, wow. And then they're talking about fish sticks because, Echo's got to get everybody off track. And then Jamie said,
got to get that. Got to get that dartboard. He's probably going to work on it.
Yeah. Jamie said, I think it looks like it's going to be really good. I rarely watch trailers, but I had to check this one out. I don't know what everyone is so upset about. For me, regardless of anything, any preconceived things or what anyone's saying, when I watch the trailer, I get chills up my back. Like, it puts me back to the feeling I got when I watched that first film in theaters the first time around. And I don't know, that's just how I feel. I don't know whether it will be good or bad or what, but it's giving me that feeling. And I'm jazzed to see it. I'm totally going into this not deciding ahead whether I like it or not, 100%. But I'm excited to see it.
I'm just hoping he sells me. I hope he sells me on it. Yeah, I'm hoping. Yeah. I'm hoping that if he makes up, if he fabricates a town, I'm going to be
parts to be like, oh, I hate this. This is
I'm
stupid.
going to be no, you screwed up. Why did you do that?
Yeah, hopefully we at least get through the first film and still kind of like it before it's destroyed. Rob says, trailer looks good. JT says, I never ever watch trailers. Some of you know. Yeah, no, totally fair. That's why I didn't want to play it on the air, because I knew there'd be people that are totally against that kind of thing. And that's fair enough. But we just wanted to discuss because, Berinvonn and I are just like dying to talk about this stuff to figure it all out.
The second time around, this second trailer, I could have probably skipped it. But I'm kind of getting the impression maybe the what we saw in the first part of it might be a dream sequence, but then it's also got me curious on the what is it, one girl lives, one girl dies,
right? You know what I thought? I have a thought about that, actually. What if it's not to do with the two girls that we're looking at, one girl lives, one girl dies? What if Reagan is actually still alive somewhere in a coma or something like that, in a comatose state or something, and the choice is going to be, do we take Reagan or do we take the girl, like one of the little girls? What if it's that?
I don't know. And it's weird because You read the synopsis that they give. I still don't know the character's name, Jennifer Nettles' character's name, and she's the mom for Catherine.
Right. So
They haven't released that. They didn't release the mom and dad's name. We know who Leslie Odom Jr. plays.
Right.
We know that, okay, Angela's her daughter, and there's more focus on that. Does that suggest that Catherine's going to be the one that dies? If there's only one lives, one dies? Right. It's almost like, are they expendable? Are they going to make it to the second film? And it also looks like in toward the end, in the flashing moments. Did you look at the flashing moments?
Oh, I watched
what
it,
I did was I took it and then I copied it.
Right.
And then that way I could, trying to pause it wasn't working. I kept missing on the pause. So I went frame by frame to see what I could see from that.
Yeah. No, I watched it 50
one
times,
image looks like a doll with a pin in it.
Right.
I don't know if you've noticed that one. There's it looks like it could have been a microfiche or the news article dealing with Marin and Karis dying in the George. And I noticed in what I could read from it that they don't mention Chris McNeil's name and they didn't mention Reagan's name. So that I thought that was pretty awesome. So they kind of kept that, the whole privacy on that.
Yeah.
What was the other thing I noticed? Oh, the two images that look like Chris dying.
Right. Yeah.
Because you could see her hair, you could see her white turtleneck, and her face was all weirding out.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell if the second image where it kind of looks like I don't know, it was kind of grodied up, if that was supposed to be her.
Yeah.
Hard to say if that was supposed to be her, but the other image looked like something was happening to her. Now, either that's in the dream, maybe, or it's it actually happened. I don't know.
Right.
Then there's also those. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. What was I going to say? I feel from the first one, we were wondering whether we were talking about voodoo, right? Haitian voodoo, because of the Angela's mom dying in Haiti.
In Haiti, and then you've got that circle that they're sitting in.
The salt circle, yeah. And the little girl, one of the girls, I think it's Catherine, I think is wiping it up, like cleaning it up, it looks like.
Oh, you mean drawing it out? I think it's that other gal that's drawing that.
Is she drawing it or cleaning it up?
I don't know. She looked like she was kind of increasing, like either it's chalk or salt or something. And she's got a slim build.
Okay.
I think it's I can't remember the character or the actress's name. She's got this really long name. I didn't even want to try to pronounce it. Right. But if you go back into say maybe IMDb and go into the cast, she's mentioned, but there's no character name. It's like that with Catherine's parents.
Right.
You know who they are, but they don't put out the names, and it makes me wonder. This also goes back to that whole set of images and those little cuts where you see Catherine walking through water or something.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a bunch of water.
And the male figure that's kind of blurred.
And then there's all these hands that come and reach. I don't know if you remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Around her. And it looks like they're pulling her in or something. Is she going to be the one that dies?
Right. Or is that just a shot because she says to her mom, I don't want to go to hell. That moment, I don't know, as a parent, that hit me so hard. I was like, can you imagine what that would be like if your child was in that state, coming out of it saying that, and you can't do anything about it? How horrifying. So many thoughts went through my head when I saw that. I was like, but yeah, maybe it's a shot of her, like a glimpse of what she's actually experiencing, almost like an Insidious kind of thing, of being in hell.
Well, that's the other thing I'm afraid of is Green not following the expectations or the parameters in the whole Exorcist film.
Yeah.
Friedkin tried to keep it in a very realistic base.
Right.
The scenes that you see later where Reagan's head turns completely around, if you notice, Marin doesn't react to it, but it's almost like this is what Karis is seeing because he's the one that's getting attacked with all this imagery.
Right.
And so hopefully there's not something mistaken and we're not going to get like stuff from The Conjuring or Insidious
I
come
was,
into play, or
yeah,
even Evil Dead.
yeah. When I saw those sequences of the water and it made me think of that, and I instantly thought, oh boy, are we gonna go into a weird realm like Insidious or whatever, and it's gonna be like
Yeah,
that. So, which will
yeah,
appeal to some people,
yeah.
but like us old school, we saw the original back in the day.
Right,
Um,
and you would expect some of these things to kind of stand true, you know. It's like watching old Star Wars, and you would have known that, okay, you can force heal and teleport and all these other things like they're doing in the new
yeah,
one.
yeah,
And they're even there's been people talking about how lightsabers don't even matter anymore.
right,
Uh, because
yeah,
things are being changed in this
yeah,
mythos. And so
yeah,
in the whole Exorcist thing, this was, you know, here they're taking a film and they're just kind of grabbing the kite string and they're running with it.
yeah,
I'm hoping Green at least went back to the real case,
yeah,
because it does have a foundation. It's got you've got the film based on a novel based on an actual case.
right,
And
right,
this isn't what they have. The Blumhouse
right,
doesn't have that,
right,
or anybody is. They're just kind of like, what if
yeah,
this happened? And you're running with it.
yeah.
You know, um,
Yeah, well, that's why I think we should definitely go into it just, you know, thinking maybe the worst and then go with it and see where it
I don't
goes.
know about that either, but I'm going to be weighing that the realities that are established in the first one against this film. I can't help that, because I want to make sure that I want to like this film.
Right,
I do. I'm not going to be like, oh, they did that wrong. Oh, they did that
right.
wrong. It's bad enough that I'm pointing out stuff that's happening in The Exorcist too,
Yeah,
that it
yeah,
doesn't line up properly,
right.
you know,
But,
especially with okay, we had the theatrical release, and then 4 years later we had Exorcist 2.
right.
Then we have parts put back in,
Yeah,
and now they don't line up with what
right,
Father Marin was going for.
right.
Um, what was I
Yeah.
going to say?
But
Oh, go ahead.
You've got Ellen and Linda, like Ellen in it and Linda consulting. So, there could be hope there too.
Yeah, that was weird. I couldn't understand why they brought Linda Blair in to consult. Really,
Right,
I mean, she didn't have anybody. She had Friedkin to kind of like work off of.
right.
But then, from what I could tell, these girls are a little bit older than
She
Linda
was.
Blair was.
Right.
So if you think about it, okay, she was born in 59. They started filming in 72. So you'd have to do the math there. So she would have been 13. These girls are actually 14 and 15 when they filmed.
Right.
And for some reason, I kept getting, how old are they supposed to be?
Right.
Because, when they do that shot of them being in front of the school, to me, that looked like an elementary school.
It did, yeah. To me, they
Um,
seem preteen, 12, because that's usually the
I
age
think that's what they were shooting for,
in
but
Catholicism.
I
In
just wasn't getting it from that one Catherine girl.
Right, in Catholicism, they say, Exorcist will say that a child cannot be possessed until they're of the age of being able to reason themselves. So they're 12, like 12 or older.
Okay.
Anybody younger, it's horseshit. If you hear that a little 4-year-old was possessed and doing all kinds of stuff, it's just not, it doesn't happen because they're not at an age enough where they're, in control of themselves, aware of stuff, have their ability to use their free will or whatever. This is why I wanted so badly to get this one Exorcist I've been watching on the show,
Mm-hmm.
just to ask questions about that stuff too, because that would be interesting to see. I mean, that might really ruin the movie for everybody if we did that, but it'd be interesting to see like maybe where they're doing their research from to figure out how to put the thing together. And sometimes things makes a little bit more sense when you do that,
Well, that's gonna
or
be a hard call, especially if Green's going the direction that he stated he was going. It's almost multicultural
it
in
is, yeah,
beliefs, and
right.
so how
But
much of
now,
that's going to clash against anybody else's belief when it
right,
comes down to it?
but nowadays I find with a lot of religions, even with Catholicism, because I grew up Catholic, it's much more, they're much more open to different religions and bringing them together way more than they were. Not all priests are like that, you know, not all, they're not all like that, but there are a lot more newer ones that are going, what are we doing? We're just like being old crotchety people that are turning everybody away from anything, you know? So we got to be more open-minded and kind of connect it all together. So there are more, they're like, and this guy that I want to get on the show that I've inquired, I'll just be patient. But he would be more open to that, more open to this whole thing and speak his mind about this stuff. And he also really likes horror movies and stuff too. So it just would be interesting to hear from that point of view. If we can't get David Gordon Green on and ask him, why did you do this? Why did you do this? What does this mean? Anyway, I was just hoping that
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, totally. You were just talking about something and I forget what I was going to say. David Gordon Green was talking about getting Linda in that documentary or that interview about having Linda consult to make sure the children were taken care of, is what you were referring to. That maybe the chat doesn't know.
Kind of interesting. I thought that was a kind of interesting thing. I didn't see a need for that, really.
No, because why would they be
especially
worried about
when they're
that
doing
now?
interpretation, and if you're allowing the actress to do their own interpretation of what it's going to be like being possessed,
right?
I still got a little problem with that, especially when you see all these scenes and here's a bed that's got straps on it. Why aren't these girls strapped down?
Right.
Why are they running around free like they are? Even in the beginning where they show Catherine with the Bible open and she's tearing pages along possibly Book of Psalm,
right,
and eating them. Why is she not strapped down?
Right. Is that like, yeah. And I guess it's just she's going in the room because she didn't get to go into Reagan's room and she's wanting to see it firsthand. But it is kind of strange, right? I mean, it is really creepy to think of that, her being free and her walking into the room. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, even if I was Chris, I wouldn't, knowing what I know, I wouldn't want to walk into the room that way. Right?
I've done that plenty of times. After I saw this as a kid, I'd had nightmares for years. I remember the one dream, and it was always around the same things. It's like I'll be outside, I'm raking leaves. I look up into my window, my bedroom window, and there she is looking down at me, all possessed and whatnot. And then all I could think, freaking me out, and I'm thinking, oh no, and I have to go upstairs to my bedroom. And she's
it's scary. Yeah. So maybe that's the only reason.
Yeah, I remember going in there. The house was empty, and I could hear Marin exercising her in the bedroom with the door shut, and I didn't want to go in there, and then I'd wake up and all freaking out.
Scared. I would not watch the movie until I was in my early 20s, and they re-released it in theaters here. And I went with my parents. Everybody had to go with me to face my fear and watch the movie, but I wouldn't even, if I would have watched it when I was little, I would have had to have therapy. I'm pretty sure I would have been, one of those kids.
Yeah, I didn't.
Therapy. No.
I didn't. No.
Yeah. So hopefully this movie will be that effective that, like the first one was, but I'm leaning towards it probably not as scary, as the original.
I don't know what to think of the second one, or the second one in the trilogy.
Right.
Is this just going to be that bridge?
Because you said it's Deceiver.
It's like when you're with the Halloween trilogy and they're screaming out, "Evil dies tonight." Evil, and it can't really, if you got a third movie coming up.
Yeah, you have to have some people alive still.
Something.
Maybe the third movie will take place in hell. We don't know.
I don't know what to think if it does go in some weird direction.
Yeah,
I know. I would at least try to keep it grounded. It's like, why, when you go back to the approach that Green made, contacting people, talking to them on the phone, and he was calling them quote unquote experts. Why not just have technical advisors on set? That's what that's what Friedkin had. I mean, even in The Exorcism, it wasn't written the way it was in the novel. you had Father John Nicola standing there saying, this isn't how it plays out
Right.
in a real exorcism. And so Blatty went back and he rewrote a bit, and then that's what we got.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen in this case, or had happened.
Probably
I
not.
think he should have taken that approach that Freegan had taken. I mean, I'm sure he's not going to have all the freedoms that Freegan had in that time.
Right.
But, if he took an approach that, a solid, honest approach on it, I'll be good with it.
Right.
But if it starts to go off on some weird tangent that, my disbelief is established,
Yeah.
And even starting off in a fabricated town, we got the real Georgetown to look at in the original. We've got the real Iraq that we're looking at.
Yeah.
And we've got some made up place like Haddonfield, if that happens.
Yeah. Right. I just thought of something else I was thinking of before. So the voodoo aspect of it. So it's obvious the girls were trying to summon up or communicate with.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know that.
But don't
still,
you think?
It's a trailer, it could be totally misleading. We won't know until we actually see the film.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm hoping they won't have a third trailer. I think it's a little late to try to push that,
I don't. Yeah.
Here's the final trailer.
Yeah.
Now you've seen the whole film. You don't have to go see it now.
And speaking of which, you heard that it got bumped up because of the Taylor Swift documentary.
Right. Of all things.
Yeah, I know. Oh, we get to see it earlier.
All things.
It's not bad.
Wow.
Not a bad thing.
Now, is that something that Taylor Swift
She's
thing?
so
Is that
popular.
supposed to be? Is that something Universal Studios or Universal Pictures was doing?
I don't know.
Does anybody know?
I don't know.
Oh, and did anybody notice on the new trailer? Okay, you go back to the original Halloween trilogy.
Yeah.
And I was curious because I was looking at dates.
Hey, Philip.
And so on one of the what they consider the new trailer for the Halloween film after they did the official trailer, it came out September 5th, 2018. Right. Now, didn't this one come out September 5th? Or am I wrong? This second trailer for
5th. That would be 3 days ago? Was it 3 days ago?
Was that 3 days ago? Was it 3 days ago that came out? So it's the same day that the second Halloween trailer came out, except, in this case, it's not 2018. But I did look back on that trailer, and it's funny because it almost starts out like the this second trailer did. You got that little blink on the piano or whatever it is. Ding.
Yeah.
Ding. It was like that too, which is kind of bizarre. And I thought, what are they doing? They're following some established formula or something other than these weird black and white flashing images.
Right. Well, that's what the criticism is right now, right? People are feeling that they are following the same formula, and he's just going to crank out yet another, of the same thing. I'm
hoping not. And, like I said, I'm hoping it's an honest film. If he put that effort in it, then you can only appreciate that.
Right. Sorry, I'm just going through the chat because we've kind of lost it here. Okay, I'm just scrolling through because some of it doesn't apply anymore because it was a million years ago.
Taylor Swift got the fans shocking so much in Seattle. Was that shocking? Shocking so much in Seattle, it measured on the Richter scale a while back.
I'm not there yet. Hang on. I can't read that fast. I'm on my phone. It's tiny. People are talking about the Halloween franchise and that kind of thing.
Oh, shaking. Echo meant shaking. Shaking so much.
What's shaking so much?
Oh, and in this, he says, Taylor Swift got the fans shaking so much in Seattle.
Gotcha.
It was measured on the Richter scale a while back.
Right.
And then Jamie's saying Taylor Swift is pulling a Madonna.
Wow, we missed a lot of comments. They're all having a big convo by themselves. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry about when me and Berinvonn get together. We just talk. I mean, I haven't even touched on half of my notes yet. We could do this for 5 hours straight through.
I just found the comments side on here.
You're scrolling? Okay. Well, you're talking about stuff, so that's good. Wait.
Yeah. Back on the trailer. I didn't really get anything much from the trailer, other than,
Hey,
it's got me
Katie.
wondering if Reagan's alive or dead, or if Chris
Yep.
lives through this one or not.
And if they've shown us everything now.
And this whole one
it.
girl lives, one girl dies.
And that's it.
It still
The
has me
end.
curious who this demon is supposed to be.
Right.
But
I think there's more than one demon, don't you? I feel like there is.
Well, that's not what Green is saying.
Well, he's wrong because there's.
Oh, he's wrong. Okay, he did it wrong.
He's wrong because there are. No, maybe
Well,
it
it's
is
got me
only
curious.
one.
It's got me curious on the whole legitimacy of synchronized possession. I've never heard, and I mentioned that in a video. I've never heard of such a thing.
Demons.
But
I've heard of it during exorcism.
just
Demons
back and
can
forth.
jump. They can jump from one to the other. So when Friedkin did in The Devil and Father Amort, the Father Amort, the actual Father Amort, actually does a prayer over the family and a blessing over everyone in the room that's there during the exorcism to make sure that the devil doesn't jump from one to the other. So,
well, yeah, but we're not talking jumping. We're talking about being, possessed by
at the same
one
time.
demon, two people at once.
It's possible he's going with that, but it's also possible, like in number 3, there's several demons screwing around, right? Some lower level demons that are kind of on the front, and Pazuzu's in the background somewhere, waiting for the big grand finale with Chris, right?
Oh, wait a minute. In the third one?
Exorcist 3. You know how there's more? There were more than Satan.
Well, that's the thing. That wasn't even supposed to. There wasn't even supposed to be an exorcism in it. It was the whole idea was like possibly the that one. What was it? The Gemini killer was in his body, and that was it. I mean, at the end, he pretty much just shot him.
Right. But I do think from the stuff I've read and learned over the years that there can be other demons at the same time, and whether one can possess two at the same time, I don't know that that's not true. I don't know that is
Yeah, that's
true
the thing. I don't know if that's a legitimate. I don't know. I'm messing that up.
Type of deal.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, type of deal. I know that's where it would be cool to get an exorcist actually in to talk about it. He'd probably trash the whole thing and say none of this stuff would happen. Then we'd be lost. But anyway.
So how close are you to having this person on?
Not very. This
really?
person's really, really busy, and I've already messaged, and I don't know. But one thing that was cool when I interviewed Emma from Spooky Astronaut, she actually did a deep dive of the Pope's exorcist herself. And she just grabbed clips of an interview from an exorcist and did a lot of reading about him to bring in her info. I like that idea because there are other people out there too. But what I really like this one guy that I'm thinking of because I just respect the stuff that he says. Some people are exorcists and you don't know what they're going to say or if it's legit or what it is, so that's the only thing I have, but I certainly could read up a bit more and maybe there's someone else that would be more available to jump on a interview. I haven't really looked at it yet.
Or you could jump on their show.
I've done it. It's just like they're so busy and I don't know if it's like I don't know why they wouldn't be willing to do that, but maybe it's kind of I don't know if it's a conflict of interest or if it's like they're just too busy or it's just not a good thing to do. I don't know.
Conflict in schedule, maybe.
Yeah, or something like that. Or I'm just like, who am I, right? Like, why would they care to do that?
Or
kind of
maybe
thing?
they have to get somebody's permission in some cases.
And yeah, that too is what I was wondering. So I'm gonna look into more interviews because maybe there are other interviews online that people have done with exorcists. I just don't want to get some crackhead that's like says something. We get them all, we're so excited, and then we're like,
that's why I was thinking there's a channel I came across that were comparing like legitimacies in a lot of the Exorcist movies, not necessarily The Exorcist, but possession films.
Right.
And they probably wouldn't be a bad bunch to talk to.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find that channel.
Sure.
It'd be kind
Okay.
of slick if we could pull somebody from there, or even show up on their channel, because they have their own YouTube
Okay.
and
Yeah,
they
do
talk
that.
about that stuff. So I would think that would be
Okay.
pretty cool.
Yeah, be fun. I mean, it's not like David Gordon Green's doing this legitimately, like, but it would be neat just to see that side of it and see what they think about stuff, you know? I don't
Oh,
know.
actually, if we had David Gordon Green on and we were like asking him questions,
Think,
I think the first question I would ask would be, yes, do people get you mixed up with confused with Eric Idle from Monty Python? Because he
ah,
kind of looks like him a little way,
ah.
like he's
Yeah,
related to him or something.
yeah. Oh, do you think if
We'll
we
have
say
him.
his,
We'll have him say something from like the Holy Grail. We have a
yeah?
witch. May we burn her? No.
Oh,
I know. Have him say, "Bring out your dead." That would be funny. He'd be like, "What?"
okay, everybody go message him and stuff. And I don't even begin to know how you would even get a hold of him. I don't even know. Because it's not like you can,
Well,
you
there's got
know,
to be channels. How have you gotten a hold of the people you've had on the past?
some people have sort of a system set up where you have to email them. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to be careful and find a legit Instagram account or Facebook account, you know,
Right.
because it has to be legit. And from there, a lot of bigger celebrities, you have to email them, and you do
Mm-hmm.
emails back and forth a million times if they
I
bother.
don't get any answers back on mine.
I've had many that have not answered me back. In fact, I had what's her name? Um, can't remember her name right now. She was in can't remember that either. Anyway, somebody that was bigger, and they were gonna come on, you know, to do an
Mm-hmm.
interview, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. She's like, Karen, just email me. I'm not available till next month. And I did, and I was like 2 days late emailing, and that was that for that. She never missed me
Huh.
back. Yep.
I wonder
Blew
if that
that
has
one.
do you think any of that has to do with, say, the strike?
No, this was way before. This was way
Okay.
before the
Okay.
strike. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Just like I messed up, and she, you know, why would she waste her time on me, right? I wasn't punctual. So that was that for
Oh,
that. So
okay.
anyway, but yeah, that happens to me. I've probably got 10 interviews out of like 50, you know, 100 that have just never gotten back to me. But that's fair enough, you know, if they don't do that kind of thing, that's fine. But yeah, if we could figure it out, it'd be cool to see if we could make it happen though, because that would be cool. But maybe we need to know somebody, right? A connection
Mm-hmm.
that could speak on our behalf and make it happen. I don't know.
I was just looking at the chat here and I was reading Mikey's morgue. Why did you make that heaping pile of garbage ends? That's what I'd ask DGG.
I'm gonna
You know,
say,
the
hey,
conclusion I came up.
Betamax. Okay. Yeah, just keep going. I'm just gonna catch up. Hey, Russell. Ask him, is it going to be a Pineapple Express too? Is this the one? Okay, there we go. Whoop. Keep hitting the headphones. Why did you make that heaping pile of garbage ends? That's what I'd ask. Yeah, can you imagine actually if we got him on, we'd have to be prepared for all of that, right? Oh, did you freeze? Did I freeze? Oh, Berinvonn's gone. He disappeared. Ah. Okay, we'll wait for him to come back. Something must have happened. Yeah, he did freeze. Okay, so I'm not frozen. I wasn't sure if I was frozen. Oh man, I'm getting on the phone with StreamYard tomorrow and I'm dealing with this because I'm getting tired of it. I still can't get my laptop to work properly. Michael got him. Philip, you're so funny. Oh, this has been so fun. I hope he can connect back on. We'll just wait for a little bit longer. Echo. Great, just great. Karen killed another one. Stop killing people. I can't help it. I just touched my headphones. That's all I did, Echo. I didn't mean to. He was having a bit of glitching issues too, though, so I don't know. I'm getting so tired of this, though. I did all the tests and all the checks, and everything works great on my laptop except for StreamYard. And so I'm on my phone, and even on my phone, it's kind of glitching and getting hung up and stuff like that. So, such a drag. No, he's not back yet. Not back yet. If Exorcist Believer is playing at the bad theater here, I won't go to, then I will have to wait. It's opening now on my daughter's birthday, so I think we're gonna go opening night. But if I can't, I'll probably wait for a bit too. I'm okay with that. I don't think there's anything wrong. There's lots of time to watch it. I will, Philip. I'm so mad. I'm doing the paid plan too. I don't get it. It's just not working. Anyway, it is what it is. I messaged Lee from Drum Dums and I asked him about it, and he said he uses OBS, and it's perfect. It never has problems like that. So I've downloaded that and I'm experimenting with it. I need to learn a bit because it's a bit more technical than StreamYard is. The only downside with OBS is that you can't really have guests on because you have to, I think, dial them up through Skype and have them on that way, and it ends up being a bit of a pain in the ass. But I'm going to try OBS when I do streams by myself because I think that's cool if that works. And I'll just keep bugging StreamYard in the meantime. And it better get fixed because I'm doing a interview with a filmmaker on Tuesday, and it's got to be working. And the only reason I'm sticking with StreamYard is because I like how their recording feature, you can download the recorded part so you can upload that as a podcast and do the video as well. I like how simple that is. So I don't know. Hopefully it'll sort out and I'll get it going on. I don't know. So much stuff going on right now. I'm building my website and learning all that, and I'm learning how to make enamel pins and get that on the website. And yeah, so much going on. Jamie's saying OBS is what I've been trying to learn too. That and DaVinci Resolve. Okay, haven't heard about that. Yeah, OBS is cool. Like I downloaded it, it was so fast. It's so crisp, has all the features, right? It's really cool. I just have to figure out how to download or upload a background screen and play with it and try it out one night. Thank you, Jamie, very much. I might have to take you up on that. I hate it though, because I'm going to call and they're going to say, did you try doing whatever it is, the test that you're supposed to do? Yeah, I did both those. My levels are fine. I plugged it into the tower, my laptop. The laptop's brand new. There's tons of space left on it. I've done everything that they say to do. It's something else. I even went incognito, opened up incognito and went through StreamYard that way in case there was something playing in the background. And it still didn't work tonight. It still crashed, spiraling. But Lee did tell me that with him, it happened before where he was having lagging issues and it fixed itself, like all by itself. So maybe that could happen too. I don't know. Just seems weird. It's been working for 6 months now and all of a sudden it's not working. And I didn't do anything different. So I don't know. I hate all this crap. And it's not something that you can go ask one person, an expert, how do you fix it? Because nobody knows what they're doing. Everything's so new and weird. And, people are saying the resolution on your camera, on your laptop, I'm at 480. It's the lowest resolution possible. So it can't be that. It's not what it is. So I don't know. And my laptop, if I want to download WordPress, work on the website, or the tablet for my drawing tablet, everything works perfectly fine, really fast. The only thing that doesn't work is StreamYard. Only thing. So it's a drag. But yeah. Well, I'm not seeing him coming back. I'm guessing he got booted off. We'll wait for another minute, see what happens. So did any of you guys see The Nun 2 yet? Yeah, Echo. I wouldn't be surprised, Philip. It probably was him. He's done some kind of voodoo stuff and he's making my fish sick, and he wrecked my stream. Yeah, I went and saw The Nun 2 last night. I actually kind of liked it. It was like, it's not like the best movie in the world. There's lots of jump scares, and I kept trying to not like it the whole way through because I wanted to come after and say it was trash. It wasn't good, but it was fun. I liked it. I had a good time watching it. And the first one, oh, you haven't seen it yet, Philip? The first one was okay. Like, I enjoyed it, actually. It was okay. But a lot of people just didn't really like it that much. But the second one, I think, is a bit better than the first. Not everybody liked it, but I thought it was fun. I recommend it for like a popcorn flick, type of thing. But yeah, it was fun seeing it at the theater too. Anybody seen anything else good? Any recommendations of what I should watch? You think you're going to see The Nun 2 on Sunday? Today is our happy anniversary, Jamie. That's awesome. Oh, that's fun. Do you ski? Or are you just going to go there and hang out? I come from a skiing town, but I didn't ever learn how to ski. But that sounds fun. Super, super fun. No, BCS as a child. I went to Catholic school with nuns and they were bad. Yeah, I could believe that. When I was a kid, I never got forced to go to church though. And I just went like later in life when my parents were going, like grade 8, I think. Cause I didn't go to a Catholic school or anything. I went to just a regular school, public school, cause it was closer than the Catholic school was. Yeah, there's a couple of priests that kind of turned a lot of people off. We're just crotchety old men. I think sometimes crotchety old men just turn people off, period, anyway. So they were kind of mean. So I could see that. Back in the day, too. Kind of nasty. That happens. But I guess it's like that anywhere with anything. My teacher in kindergarten told me I was a messy colorer. And then I got a degree in art. And I graduated first class standings. So what did she know? But she gave me a lot of stress and trauma for my whole life, actually. A lot of anxiety, worrying about everything. Can you believe that? 23 years. Wow, Jamie, that's awesome. No skiing right now. We're going for the hiking. Oh, that's even more fun. I'm so jealous. The food, yeah, and the hot tub room. We even get a bottle of champagne. Oh, that's so awesome. I am so beyond jealous of you, Jamie, but I really, really, really happy. And congratulations, like 23 years. Wow. You guys deserve that. That's very cool. Very, very cool. Don't see that very often nowadays, that's for sure. Everyone's saying happy anniversary, Jamie. Russell's hitting on you now, Jamie. Oh, that's so fun. Yay. And together for 29 years. Wow, it was fate, destiny. That's awesome. I love hearing stuff like that. Yeah, that's so cool. So, so cool. But you know what, Jamie, you're so sweet. Like, I'm not surprised. Like, any guy would be insane to not stay with you for 29 years. I mean, come on. If I was the guy, I would be with you for 29 years. Just saying. And take you to a chalet with champagne and everything, too. Because you're such a sweetheart. You're so easygoing. Well, let's see. No, Berinvonn. He's kicked off. Hope I didn't say anything bad. And you laughed. She sure is. Sweet and sassy. That's for sure. Oh, darn it. And I flipped over to another thing. Oh, so silly. Hey, Night Owl. How's it going? Well, I think we touched on everything we were going to about the trailer. There sure was a lot there. But yeah, I'll be reviewing those movies when they come out too, for sure. I'm not breaking cameras. My camera works. It's his fault. Say hi, Echo. Be nice to everybody in the chat, Echo. Well, anyways, yeah, I'm going to be working on, I guess, the next little while. I'm doing a review on Creep from 2004. I'm going to do a review on The Conjuring 2, and because it ties together with Creep. And I'm going to be working on The Nun, the first movie, and then a review of the second movie from what I can remember from what I saw. Kind of want to see The Nun a second time, but I'll have to wait until it's streaming or it's available to buy. And I have an interview with the filmmaker coming up on Tuesday, so that should be up, I hope, Thursday. I'll have that uploaded, the interview. It's going to be really fun. Indie filmmaker. And what else? I'm working on my website. I'm working on a line of products, enamel pins. Oh, wait, guess what? He's back.
Our internet.
It's Echo's fault.
Was that what it was?
Yep. Everyone's blaming Echo. It was him. Jamie did talk while you were gone, and it is her, what did you say, 24th? 23rd wedding anniversary.
Oh, wow.
I know. And they've been together for 29 years. She said they're going to a ski chalet, and they're going to have for the food and hot tub and all that stuff and champagne. So that's pretty cool. I think that's awesome when I hear stuff like that, because how many people have been together that long? That's cool.
I don't know.
Not so many people. Not
I didn't
me.
make that.
Not me. I made parts of that a few times. Does that count?
Parts of that?
I did parts of that a few times. So maybe it adds up to 26, but it's a few different times. A few different people. She says her hubby is her best friend. No, my phone's dying. No one makes me laugh like he does. I wish he'd stream with me, but he doesn't want to. Well, that's okay.
Huh. Yeah, you could both do like movie reviews. That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be fun. Or they can go vlogging and take us on the little ski trip that they're going on.
Sure.
Russell says our school sweetheart had a son at 13 for me and 14 for her and 69, and we were killed by a DUI in 77 at 21. Wow. What? Party. Yeah, Jamie's saying Echo definitely did it. And he's blaming it on me, Killer Karen. And her cult of meter maid hit women. What? Okay.
Okay.
Oh, darn, it jumped.
No, I figured maybe Pazuzu said enough or something like that and shut my internet down.
Yeah, we started talking about
that. Got too close.
Yeah. Gotta watch that. Should have blessed the stream.
Sure.
Yeah, there you go.
There's probably some weird emoji or something, or it'll show up.
Yeah. I wish my StreamYard was working better. I could have popped up all kinds of funny videos and little jingles and stuff for this stream. Oh well. That's okay. Jamie's so evil, makes the Grinch look like an angel. You guys are clowns. That's all I gotta say. So yeah, what else did we not touch on? Well,
I'm curious what everyone else thought of the second trailer.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's watched it yet.
Oh, okay.
Have you guys watched the trailer?
I think Echo has. I know Savage Zombie has, because I seen his review.
It. Mm-hmm. What did he say in his review? I didn't watch it. Do you like it?
Well, that's the other thing. I was hoping that he would share more thoughts on it.
Okay. All right.
I think he was kind of blown away on it a little bit, and I was waiting, and then it kind of ended.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, well, there's a lot there. Like, there's definitely a lot there to think about. It's kind of still really not clear as to where it's going. I know myself, I'm excited to see it. I'm really anxious to see it.
I didn't get any chills or anything like that. Plus, I
No.
can't fake those. I can't fake those trailer reaction thumbnails.
No.
You know, too many people look like they're actually witnessing a death or something. Somebody being mutilated right in front of their eyes. You know, you get those ones that are like, you know,
Yeah.
that. I can't
Yeah.
do that. I mean, I didn't get that reaction.
Yeah,
You know,
no.
and it's
But you
like
could do it weird.
you watch their video, and it's like they didn't do that face. You know,
Yeah, true. Are you gonna do a reaction though?
a reaction to this trailer.
Yeah.
I'm almost gonna just chalk it up to what we're doing right now,
Okay,
because
that's
there
fair
wasn't
enough.
really anything new, other than okay, maybe something happened to Reagan, and maybe something's gonna happen to Chris. It's kind of
Yeah.
like okay, it's a trailer.
Yeah. And pretty much
Don't
all that
know.
we
We won't
talked
know until we
about.
find out. Mm-hmm.
We pretty much talked about everything from the last time,
Yep.
except that
Yep.
we were leaning a little bit more towards the voodoo stuff, but
Yeah.
maybe that's not really a like a big thing, but it could be still, I suppose.
So next time, are you gonna take that chance and put like the actual trailer up
Oh, I'm
and
not.
see
I
if?
have no problem with it, but I got to get StreamYard fixed because it
Okay,
just
that's
crashed. Any extra space that's taking up on StreamYard, it'll just crash. And I
okay.
can't do very much from my phone because when you're on your phone,
Oh
you
yeah.
don't have the same. You can't. There's not the same functions on your phone as on the laptop. So if I can get this StreamYard fixed, we're laughing.
I've actually seen a couple channels. They'll have it on like a monitor behind them and
I
play it
could
that way. I was like, that's interesting.
I could have done that, but then using the from my phone would be kind of hard.
It's like take your phone and like, can you
Like,
see it?
yeah, you see it,
Wow, that's something.
or it'll be like off.
Or
It's just
you got
like
that
everything's like
handshake.
tiny. Yeah, so anyways, but at least I was able to come on tonight. We could talk about it because I think it was a great discussion. I had a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, I'm sorry that my internet crashed.
Oh,
That
no
of course it's got to
worries.
happen today. It has to happen tonight.
Yeah,
You
well,
know,
like I said, it's Mercury retrograde right now too, so that's probably part of the technical
maybe that's the
issues.
demon's name.
Mercury retrograde. Okay.
It's Freddie Mercury retrograde.
Yeah, that's the demon. Maybe. Maybe. Um, yeah, no, it's fine. We talked about a lot of stuff before you crashed anyways. It was like 2 seconds that you were down, so it's all good.
Yeah, at least it was that. I mean, like I said, I had to reset everything for some weird reason. It just was what it was. You know, I thought maybe they were doing
Yeah.
testing tonight. You know
Right.
how there's like that assumption, but I think they would do if they were going to be doing anything to the internet. I would think it would be like really late at night.
Yeah, true. I mean, it's fall and kids are back to school and whatnot too, so there just could be more activity happening on
Yeah,
the internet or
yeah.
something. I don't
So
know.
yeah, they would definitely skip that. They'd probably wait till about like midnight or 1
Yeah,
here
totally.
anyway.
Yeah, for sure. I'm wondering too, StreamYard's been doing changes and stuff, so maybe it's getting to where even my brand new laptop can't handle the large sized
Like there's
file
an
of
update
StreamYard. Yeah,
like
you
that.
know?
Okay. Yeah, that could be.
And I'm just,
That could be.
you got to buy an Apple laptop now. I don't know. I'm not doing it. If I got to pay $3,000 forget it.
I did. I went ahead and got a desktop. So I'm going off my desktop now. But I got the desktop mainly to do like editing. So
Yeah, I probably should do that too. Kind of regretting getting the laptop because I'm used to the desktop actually. So I probably should have gone that route because you can do so much more. Do you have a nice screen? The nice big
yeah, it's not
monitor?
too bad.
Yeah.
What, 27? No, is it a 27? No, I think it's like a 22, 24
Oh, that's all right.
inch. I got
That's
myself
big.
a big Omen, HP Omen.
Okay. Was it decent?
Yeah, so far. I haven't really done much with it yet as far as the editing goes. I'm still working on this room.
Right.
And a lot of the stuff, if I'm doing something on Facebook or anything like that, it's usually on the laptop, and I just reserve like the Exorcist stuff and the editing and the files and whatnot on this instead.
Right.
So I'm still moving stuff off the laptop onto this.
Right. What are you
So
editing with then?
I'm going to attempt to use Adobe.
Ooh, bougie.
But yeah, that's the thing though. I've got to teach myself that. And in
Oh,
the past, I've been using Pinnacle. You know,
okay.
I've got the newest version of Pinnacle.
Yeah.
One just because I'm familiar with the way they do everything on that.
Right.
And trying to course myself around Adobe might be a chore. I mean, it's going to take some time to learn how to use
Yep.
their software.
Yep.
But I usually use a lot of their Photoshop. The
Okay.
Photoshop part I've pretty much got a grip on a little bit.
Right.
But like their video editing, I haven't really touched on that just because there's so much stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm doing the WordPress website, designing that, and I'm going to be doing my tablet soon. That's with Adobe as well, and learn that because that's a whole thing too. But yeah, I thought about it, and I thought, you can like struggle with the crappy stuff, or you can sit down, watch the videos, play around with it, and learn it. I mean, we have access to everything nowadays, right? So why not teach yourself some skills and learn it? It'll come in handy. So that's where I'm at too.
You
Yeah.
said skills, and it made me think of Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh yeah, why?
Yeah, because girls only want guys with skills.
That's why I've never been
My
with
nunchuck skills aren't gonna pan out in this video editing. I don't have any video editing skills.
Well, it's kind of the thing now. You have to be able to do that. Pretty soon everything's gonna be run by AI anyway.
Sure.
Like, I think it is. Everything's starting to be like, even this laptop's getting taken over by it, and like everything. You go out for food, you're doing the thing and talking to something, and yeah. So if you can't beat them, join them, might as well learn how to do it now, or you'll be behind. I protested for 10 years before this, and it's going the way it's going.
Any good?
It didn't do the world any good. It's going the way it planned. Yeah, like years ago when I started the activism, the friends that I was connected with were all talking about the fact that there was going to be these horrible storms and horrible diseases, disaster capitalism, and all of it. And it's all playing out, and inflation and all of that's going to happen. It's all going exactly the way they said it would. And it's going that way. We just got to go through it now, Hate to say.
I'm promoting
my mug. Nice. How's it holding
up? For some reason, the coffee tastes better in this mug.
Nice.
No, I got to do it like a Folgers commercial.
Oh, that's funny. We should do our own ads. We should do our own ads.
Sure.
For YouTube.
But now for this message.
Yeah.
I think that'd be funny. You hear the coffee pouring in the cup, and
it's funny because a lot of people I've seen, bigger YouTubers, getting sponsored by companies, and now they're creating because you have to do a little video clip for the sponsor to make it work. And they're doing them they're doing it like commercials now too. It's just weird. And have you noticed too on YouTube, the ads are becoming like long, like an hour or like half an hour?
I think that's why I've gotten these. I went on to premium,
and then
especially for this channel, so I wouldn't have to deal with the ads. That's the only reason I went premium.
That's cool. I probably should do that too, because it's crazy. It's like you're watching.
I get tired of it.
Yeah, no, they're doing ads now that are like 30 minutes, an hour, like
Crazy.
a whole movie or something as an ad, a paid ad. I'm not really sure what that means, you know, like why that's happening. But anyway, it is what it is. That's why I'm focusing on YouTube, but I'm branching out into other things right now because I want to not make this the only thing that I'm doing. Just because I think we're going to drive ourselves crazy trying to get a million subs and that kind of thing. And I just feel like it's kind of going more and more, to me, it's all kind of going more and more towards the land of Facebook, you know, if you will. And I hated how that went, you know, the direction that that took and how it went. So anyway, I want to do more creative things where I'm making things and doing something that I love rather than just, you know, being on here and doing random videos and people saying the same things about the movies every single time. And, you know, I don't want to do that. I want to do something more creative. So still going to be on YouTube, but I'm just not going to, I'm not doing it as
Did you see
actively
any
as
of
before.
my older videos? I think I sent you something, one of them on a vampire community.
I can't
And
remember.
the way I put it together was I made it look like Creep Show, where it was coming out of a comic book.
Right. Yeah. I remember that. Yep.
That I'm going to try to do when it comes to
Awesome.
the me reviewing or discussing the Blatty miniseries.
That's awesome. I love that. That's one thing I love about your channel is how creative it is, how much you put into the look and the process of the whole thing. You're not just like, I hate the movie. I love that movie, you know, or whatever, and off you go. I like that. I think that's cool. I mean, I guess not everybody's creative and can't do things, but I think it's really neat if you are to put that into what you're doing. And I find if I'm focusing too much on jumping on lives and stuff like that with others, I'm getting bogged down and the whole day messaging back and forth, and it's becoming more about emotions and how people are making people feel, and you know, people attacking people. And I never wanted to do YouTube for that reason. I always wanted to do it to do my art, you know, to be creative. So I'm taking a little bit of a step in a different direction where I'm going to be doing different kinds of things, like building a website, doing a blog, sending out newsletters, because I can be much more creative that way. I'm going to get into doing my horror comics, making products, and jumping on here too, you know, but not making this like the center of. So I think that's cool.
Right.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'll be anxious to see that stuff.
Well, there's definitely two things regarding The Exorcist that I'm hoping someone comes up with, or, you know, I don't think I'd be able to. I wouldn't have the time to do it. One would be, in light of creativity, someone coming up with the graphic novel of The Exorcist. I think that would be cool.
Right.
And then
that would be cool.
Recreating The Exorcist in the manner of Lucio Fulci.
Oh, that would be cool too.
That would be bizarre. I think you would actually get to see the whole scene where Burke Dennings gets killed. I think if Lucio Fulci did that film, he would have that happen, show him going up the stairs, but there definitely would be like eye gouging.
Right.
Reagan coming up, eye gouges him, then turns his head around and then throws him out the window. We get to see the whole scene. That's how I picture it in my head. And she's gone. Uh-oh. We lost our host. Or am I gone? What happened? Is it the internet again? Okay, is it me or did Karen disappear? Uh-oh. It wasn't my fault. It's like people's internet's going down. It's like a virus. I just passed it to Karen, I guess. Oh, sort of coming
And my
on.
phone
There we go.
died.
Your turn, right?
Yep, my turn again.
Your turn. Well, what is that UFO picture in the back behind you?
Oh, that's the let me show you. That's the
There's an egg carton.
Fridge and everything. Hang on. It's you know the poster in the X-Files?
Oh, is that what that is?
Yep. It's the I Want to Believe. Yeah, that's that poster. You've watched that show, hey?
My girlfriend does.
Yeah.
She's got it on DVD. I think I got her that to replace all her old VHS.
Cool.
So one year I got her the box set.
Yep.
Yeah, she likes that. She likes Godzilla. So when that new Godzilla movie comes out, we're definitely going to go see that.
That's fun. That'd be fun to see it.
I think it's an even trade-off. We go to her movie and then I make her go to the Exorcist movie. Nice.
I know my daughter go. I'm worried she's gonna have nightmares. You know what I did last week? We watched a bit of it was Green Inferno? Green Inferno? I remember watching, I'm thinking, oh, she can handle it. She's like it was just way too graphic for her. And she started to be like, shut it off, shut it off. So we turned it off. I think I traumatized her forever, actually.
Here, I have a quick question for Night Owl.
Sure.
Because Night Owl put down, I use Pinnacle as well. And the question for Night Owl would be, do you have any issues with Pinnacle where it crashes randomly?
Do you have problems with that?
Do I? Yeah, especially on my laptop. That's why I upgraded to a desktop. Hopefully that corrects it. But it seems like every version, every upgrade of Pinnacle, I've always had problems with it, and I really haven't touched on this new one yet. So we'll see what happens. And the only reason why I grabbed up the newest version of Pinnacle is because I'm familiar with it. Yes, to the point where it's not gonna. I won't have to worry about that learning curve. Right. So it's gonna be like a cross between, okay, I'm gonna use Pinnacle, but in the meantime, I'm gonna try to learn the Adobe software. Yeah. See which one I like better, and hopefully the Adobe one wins out, and I can just get rid of Pinnacle.
Have you looked up reviews with Pinnacle?
No.
Because maybe people will say it crashes.
But I've had it crash too often, and a lot of times I get this weird glitch when I put way too many layers in. So I've had to, combine everything and put it together in pieces.
Do you lose work when it crashes?
Not yet. I got close. Having to reconstruct everything. Oh man.
Oh, that would make me nuts.
Yeah. Especially where you're right in the middle or something, or you try to export it. Yeah. And try to save it, and then all of a sudden it just black screens. Yeah, and it's all gone. And it's like, what is it? And then you got to stop, and then you try to figure out where this is happening, and do the whole diagnosis of what you're doing wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
And sometimes it doesn't take much. Right.
Oh, good night, Russell. Thanks for hanging out. Have a
great night. What time is bedtime there?
It's probably
for Russell.
What is it? 11. It's probably 1:45 for most.
Oh, really?
East Coast.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's East Coast. Yep, I can believe it.
Probably most everybody, it's 1:45. But all my crazy friends like Echo, they're up all the time. Actually, Echo's on the same time zone as me, so. When they asked me to put a shirt for their movie. Well, you should do it, Echo. Are they giving you a shirt? And Jamie says she noticed ads are longer. It's really annoying. Yeah, it's weird. Really strange. And sometimes you can't skip them, yeah. So I guess you do have to maybe they're pushing us to get the premium. Pay for the premium.
Could be.
Echo.
What's
dumbass.
What's the movie that Echo is talking about? Echo, what movie?
With how many Exorcist movies are there?
No, the shirt. He was plugging a shirt for their movie.
Oh yeah, what movie, Echo?
Terrifier 3.
Terrifier 3. Oh, yes. Sometimes it will freeze and crash. He thought it was the computer, but glad to hear. So maybe it is a thing.
Yeah, it's touchy. It can be touchy.
That's weird. Can you get an updated version of it?
That's what I'm working on. And it seems like every time I update, I still have issues with it. So I figured maybe it's just not running as well with a laptop.
Is it an older program? Is it an older program?
I don't think this one is. It's supposed to be like the 26th version. And I was working with the 21st version, and I wasn't willing to upgrade from there until I got a laptop or a desktop. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then use that instead of having to deal with it, you know.
Well,
having a larger
heard
program
the
on that.
desktop solves a lot of problems actually when you switch to that. So
that's good to know. So,
yeah. But hopefully it will.
Something's crackly.
I did it. It sounds crackly for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I've got my phone plugged in. We'll probably have to wrap it up pretty soon.
Sure.
I did it for free. I can be a nice guy sometimes.
Hey, man, just get here.
Oh, man. Hi, man. How's it going? She says hi to both of us.
Jamie, have you had any problems with your desktop?
Jamie's streams are usually beautiful. Like, they're perfect. Really? Yeah. The movie's called Malcolm. It's on Tubi. That's fun. Dan says everything's great. Cool. Well, I hate to do this, but man, we've had so many technical glitches tonight. We did a great show, though. But I think we're going to wrap it up right away because my phone doesn't work very well without having the headphones in because it's an older phone. So Jamie's still having issues with the IG website. Oh, is everybody having issues with Instagram too? Oh, brother.
Hey, Karen, behind you, is that Mr. Bill hanging by its neck? No, off to your left.
Oh, no, this is over here?
Yeah, I thought it was Mr. Bill. Do you remember
it's
Mr.
like
Bill?
a little voodoo, like a little...
Oh, okay. Is that a voodoo doll of yourself?
No, it was like when I did years ago, I did outdoor craft markets and sold stuff. And at the end of the market, people would usually trade with each other. And these people were making these really cool dolls. And so I got that. So I don't know. It's not me or anything.
So Jamie's having issues with Instagram?
I've not had too many issues when my internet drops. StreamYard messes up, but that rarely happens. I am having issues with Instagram. Oh, huh. I think Echo's having it too. His chat comments and things not showing up. I'm not having trouble with Instagram, not good, but StreamYard I am. It's Mercury retrograde. That's what it is. Everything's all out of whack.
It's Freddie Mercury retrograde.
Her husband grounded the outlet, and when he did that, it really helped with the streaming stuff.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
What does that mean, though, grounding the outlet?
It's just like a power outlet, that's it?
I honestly think for myself, if I get a computer instead and not deal with the laptop, it's going to be better.
Yeah, I ended up getting, along with the desktop, I needed to get a whole new desk.
Yeah.
The desk I had just wasn't working out. It was just too big for it.
Yeah.
So now I got my desk set up, sorta. I still have to be able to pull. I still have to pull away from the wall so I can continue my channel, my support, the aluminum channel for the LED lighting.
Yes.
I have to get a whole new batch because I ran out.
Uh,
I underestimated how much I would need.
you
So
always need
I'm like,
more.
only got halfway up, halfway in the wall, but
Yeah.
I have to wait till I get back from Portland
Okay.
to order this because I don't want to show up and it's sitting on my porch and somebody takes it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you'll get it all done. You'll get there eventually.
Yeah. It's just taking a little longer than if I could go back in time, I would have had that all set up prior to a lot of this. I mean, I started off with just that right there, and then built around that, and then now I'm trying to get around to access the ceiling and try to get the lighting up.
Right. That's what I
it's
had
kinda
going
backwards.
on. I got the chair, I got the shelves, I got the lights, I got the whole thing all set up, and then StreamYard broke on me. So you can't win. But we'll figure it out. We'll get there. It'll happen. We'll be all ready by next year.
He's very techie.
Yeah, her husband, because of the grounded thing. You are too, though, aren't you?
Yeah, in a different way.
You know that stuff.
But not the electrical side, though.
Not the electrical side? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. That's just kind of interesting.
Yeah. Well, I think you're headed in the right direction, though. I think your stuff's going to work out really well, actually.
I still got to figure out what to put over that wall right there. I don't really have any room for anything else when I put those magazine racks up.
Right.
But
something up above,
it's
though?
almost like a combo of being decorative and
yeah, it's cool.
basically all the information that I have on The Exorcist, and that's the bad part. It's like it's only just The Exorcist. Once I get into like Exorcist 2 and Exorcist 3, I'm going to need a whole new house. Either that, or I'm going to have to condense the magazine racks and probably put them in like the little magazine holders. And I can't display them out anymore, or start hanging them on the wall or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Could you maybe frame them and put them up?
Then I can't really access them unless maybe kind of like put them in one of those clear sleeves and then just pull them as I need it. But I rather have them accessible because I'm still drawing from that stuff. There's a lot of stuff that you can learn.
Yeah.
And and I'll probably have a video one of these days that my top 5 favorite magazines that deal in The Exorcist. What's got the most information on it or in it.
Right.
Right now, it probably would be. Hold on, I got a hard copy of it. This too.
Right. Jamie, maybe that's what's wrong with my laptop where it's plugged in. Maybe that's what I need to do. Cemetery Dance? I can't see.
This is Cemetery Dance magazine issue 62, but it's the hardcover.
Ooh. I can't see
this
it very
this
well.
is an awesome. It's full of stuff from William Friedkin.
Yeah.
Here's his alternate epilogue for The Exorcist.
Cool.
He's even it basically he pretty much rewrote the end of the book or the film. Actually, I think it might have been the film.
Yeah. Too bad he passed away. Hey, that was so sad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Did you ever talk to Blatty's son about it? Or
I'm hoping to meet him in Portland.
Oh, that would be awesome. Bring your camera.
And then I don't know if he's going to go for that. I'm trying to play it, slowly. I mean, it was hard enough trying to get him to, talk to me. He thought I was a nutcase or something.
Right.
It took about like a week, and he was all like, "Okay, I don't think you're too bad." So, but then he did tell me to message him a week before we do show up, and maybe we could meet up. So hopefully, I can meet up with him.
Yay. That's
and then I asked him if he's going to see the new film, and asked him if he wouldn't mind coming on my show, and tell me what he thinks, even if he doesn't even put up his image or whatnot, if he doesn't feel comfortable with that, even just have his voice and have him express what he thought of it. And I think he's already trashed it because, it's not his dad's work.
Right. You know, another thing you can do if someone's not comfortable is you can do like a texting kind of interview. And then you've got the text of the interview. You can do that kind of thing too.
Well, is there, say, like, okay, I'm going to ask everybody here who uses the StreamYard. Is there a way to say, like, instead of having the cam on, that you have an image come up? To use like an alternate image where it's like a still?
Like beside you?
No, like if they don't feel comfortable being on camera, that they have the option of putting up some other image, and you know they still have the audio.
Well, you can do your little.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like have maybe even an avatar or something come up.
Well, yeah, they can do an avatar.
Yeah, I think he'd probably go that route.
Yeah.
That way he doesn't have to worry about getting all primped up or something like that. So we'll see how that works out. First, I have to get him to say yes.
Yeah.
He was still kind of up in the air about it. He was like, I don't know yet, but I might.
You could also do it as a pre-recorded thing and then upload it as a premiere, and that.
Well, yeah, I was going to do that too. I'll probably go that route. That way, if there's anything he doesn't want to, that way he, you know, if there's something he doesn't want to talk about or whatnot, then we can just edit it out.
Yeah, and also, as far from what I've heard from people, they prefer that because of the time zones too, right? So
sure, yeah, that works out. Yeah.
Doing a live stream
sounds like that would work out pretty well.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. This is a person that comments on every video I do.
Awesome.
Yeah, a true fan.
Echo wrote, let's see, I use it when I don't want to be on camera. Well, that works out. So I guess that's a yes. There you go.
Yeah.
That's a yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he can totally do that. You just have to click the, what do you click? Echo? There's a button or something.
Audio avatar image, I think they call it, he says.
Okay.
So, okay.
Yeah, it works. Totally cool. And then it just goes like pulses when he talks.
Now it's got me curious what I would use. Oh, there you go. You're not like pulsating. And then when there you go. Now you're pulsating.
It's weird. It's really surreal talking.
Do a beatbox and let's see if it pulsates with your.
It will. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, so that's because Echo and them do like those 10-hour live streams, and then you like zone out, so you shut it off. Then you don't even have to be here. Just wander away. Man, saying hello. Okay, you guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up because we talked about all the stuff, so that's cool. This was so fun. I'm glad that you decided to do this. I know we couldn't work it out before, the timing thing and stuff, but it was good that we did it now because the trailer came out. So it was
that really helps too. I think if we had gotten into the whole Friedkin thing, it's a little late. I mean, everybody else has kind of covered it, and with the trailer coming out, it kind of kept everything a little fresh.
Yeah, for sure. And it's so soon for it to, be coming in theaters too. So that's fun.
Right.
Echo uses it mainly when he's gaming, at the same time has streaming. Okay. Yeah. I get it. Okay, well, I'm happy. Thanks everybody for stopping by and hanging out. This was a lot of fun. And
here's the ending song.
In the comments. What? Dancing too. Is that your outro?
You're gonna have to do that video.
That was awesome. You saw it here first, guys.
So okay.
Okay, yeah. So thanks for doing this. That was really fun. Hang around.
Bye everyone.
Bye everybody. Have a good night. See you guys soon.